Hello, this is Dr. Rhadi Ferguson, 2004 Olympian, four-time national judo champion, Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu black belt, author, speaker, and coach. And welcome to the 2018 first edition of Coffee with Rhadi. I want to let you know that this year has been absolutely fantastic from its inception. Things have gone incredibly well. Things have been going great in business, in life, with my family, with my marriage, financially. Things have really been taking off, and what I want to let you know is that is not because of what happened in January. That's because of the grind that took place in October, November, and December. In 2017, during the summer months, I took a hard look. Well, before the summer, I took a hard look and inventory at my life and my family life, and I really decided to back off on what I was doing business-wise and spend more time with my kids and with my wife. I even told my wife, I said, listen, I'm going to make a little bit more little less money this year because I'm really committed to spending time with my kids over the summer. So over the summer, I really didn't put my kids into a summer camp. They went to a couple of summer sessions briefly. However, for the majority of the summer, I just spent time around my kids. We went to the little cheap matinee movies during the day. We hung out at the house, did some IXL.com math problems. We went out to different places. We traveled. And I just really spent time around the kids, and making that investment in my family was huge. And I didn't know exactly how it was going to pay dividends later on. But it most certainly did, especially in the later months of October, November, and December. And there wasn't anything that I necessarily did. I just invested on a chronological level in my family and in my kids. And what I'm seeing right now is a return on that particular investment. Do I read the books by Grant Cardone like 10X? Yes. Do I listen to Gary Vaynerchuk? Yes. Do I read motivational books and motivational videos? Yes. Do I believe that there's time when you need to grind? Yes. Do I believe that the grind always occurs? Yes. I don't believe that the grind ever stops. There's a resting grind. And for those of you who understand how to rest, resting is not something that's easy to do. It's difficult to rest, to do the progressive relaxation, to book your sessions with your masseuse and stay on task with those sessions, to make sure that you do your stretching, to make sure that you properly meditate before you sleep and say what you're supposed to say and go through your particular task that you have after you awake. It's not easy to rest if you're resting the right way, if you're resting with the hopes of recovering back to what you used to be. Like, recovery requires you to get back to where you were. So when you're resting and you're recuperating and you're recovering, you're doing that to get back to where you were. So resting is difficult. When it's time to invest in your family, that's a grind. That's difficult too. When it's time to invest in your business, that's difficult. That's a grind too. When it's time to invest financially, that's a grind too. Like right now, I'm going through a financial grind where I'm doing something a little bit different. Put my credit cards to the side. I put myself on an allowance in terms of my cash. And why am I doing that? I don't benefit in terms of mileage and points if I'm not using my credit card, but I'm doing that because it's an exercise of discipline. And certain times in life, you just start operating the way that you want to operate because things get comfortable and you forget to grind. So I have to grind in terms of the times with my children. Then I had to grind in the fourth quarter of the year. And right now I'm in a discipline grind right now. Up in the morning, hour of cardio, following the diet, keeping myself on a financial diet. Why? because I need to create these parameters that I need to stay within, so that I learn how to operate with discipline. And the more disciplined my life gets, and the more regimented it gets, the more focused I get, because my time is accounted for. I got things and tasks that I need to do. I get those tasks done, I get them completed, and I move on to the next thing. Those things which I can't get done, I put people in place in order to get those things done. And the grind just continues. There's no stopping of the grind. That's not really not what I want to talk about today. What I want to talk about today was, I want to talk about commitment, which is also a grind. Commitment is a grind. I was on the elliptical this morning, and when I'm doing my 60 minutes of cardio, when I get into these cycles, I like to shoot a quick Facebook Live video to encourage some people to start working out and training too, because I know for a fact that I've been in my home at 5:30, 6 o'clock in the morning, 6:15, and I've checked my phone and I've seen people working out, and it has encouraged me to get up and work out too. Just like there's some workout videos that people do when they get off of work that people watch, and they got their bag in the trunk or the back of their car and they're headed home, but they see that person do that video on social media and they get up and go. So I do that, to encourage people, as I've been encouraged to. This morning I was on the elliptical, and I was telling a story about my son Rufus. Rufus is he's 11 years old right now. He's in middle school. I love the little dude. He does judo, he does Brazilian jiu-jitsu, and he plays lacrosse. He really loves lacrosse. Lacrosse is his thing, or he thinks it's his thing. So I told him that we were going to really start doing more judo this year. And my man brought home straight A's at the end of the year. And I think he brought home, and he's going to bring home straight A's in this next marking period too. So I signed him back up for lacrosse. He was shocked. He only goes to judo once a week, and the other days he does lacrosse. I mean, my man was shocked. He was like, "Daddy, you signed me up for lacrosse?" I said, "Yes." "Don't you like lacrosse?" He said, "Yes." "But I thought we were going to do more judo." I said, "Yeah, but you like lacrosse." I said, "And Daddy wants to support you and doing what you like to do. And I have no problem doing that as long as you bring me straight A's." I said, "If you want to do more stuff," I said, "you bring me straight A's and we could do more stuff." I said, if you're committed, I'm committed. Now, with that being said, commitment is a continuous thing, and it happens on a continuum. So Rufus needed some. Oh my gosh! I live in this place. I live in a place, and I live a life that. Well, let me just say that I don't live the life. Hell, I live a life my parents lived. My son lives a life that I did not live. He plays lacrosse, and they need turf shoes and grass shoes. Listen to me very carefully now. For those of you who play football or played sports or have kids that play soccer, they need turf shoes and grass shoes. It's $200 worth of shoes after tax and everything is added up. So I told him after I went to the sporting goods store, I said, "Buddy," I said, "you will be up in the morning giving me my 3 miles if you want to play lacrosse." I said, "Because once I buy these shoes," I said, you got to be committed. You got to have some skin in the game. I can't put up the money and you don't put up anything. I said, you got to put up something. I says, you're gonna put in your sweat equity. I said, you're going to work for this lacrosse. I said, because we're not going to do it on the average level. If we're going to play lacrosse, we're going to play lacrosse at a high level. So I told him he had to run every day. He got up yesterday. He did 3 miles. Today, which is 9 laps around the block. Today I said, "How many laps did you run, Rufus?" He said, "I did 7. I said, "Man, that's good." He looked at me. He was shocked. He thought I was going to get on his case because he didn't do 9. I said, that's good, man. I said, it's the first week. I said, let me tell you what the hardest part is, Rufus. I said, the hardest part is keeping your commitment with yourself to get up. I said, man, as long as you get up and get outside, I said, you won, especially for the first couple of weeks. He looked at me. He says, yeah, Daddy, and it was cold too. I said, yes, man, I know it was cold. I said, and sometimes what Daddy does when he's feeling bad, he doesn't feel like doing his walk or his run or get on the elliptical. I said, you just get up, get dressed, and you just go slow. I said, sometimes you just got to walk out, just go outside and just walk and just start walking slow. He said, yeah, Daddy. Sometimes I just got to walk at first and I listen to the birds. And then when I listen to the birds, then I start running. I said, son, you got to do whatever you need to do. I said, but the key is to what? He said, the key is to get up. I said, right. Because if you don't get up, I said, then nothing happens. I said, so I'm proud of you that you got up. I said, so tomorrow, instead of doing 7 laps, just do 6. I said, and then go back to 9 on Thursday. I said, can you do that? He said, yeah, yes, I can do that. I said, as a matter of fact, I said, judo practice is Monday through Thursday. So I only need you to run Monday through Thursday. And then I said, you could take Friday off, and then you got either your lacrosse game or we have a judo practice or a tournament on the weekend. I said, does that sound like a deal? He says, yes, Dad, I could do that. No problem. I asked him a question. I said, you shocked, aren't you? He says, yes, I thought you were going to be mad. I said, Rufus, I've already told you this. I'm never upset with you when you tell the truth. I can get upset about you disobeying something. I said, but if you tell the truth, you're not compounding your issues or your problems. I said, man, if you tell me the truth, I feel so good that you told me the truth. I just let you slide on some stuff. I said, because as a parent, I need to staple down your commitment to being honest and to having integrity. I said, because as a young man, that's the lesson that you need to learn more than anything. You need to learn integrity for the process of life. I said, so when I ask you a question and you tell me the truth, knowing that it might be a bad thing for you, I have to honor your commitment to being a man of integrity. And I told him that this morning before school. And a lot of people miss the opportunity to practice commitment, to get the repetition of commitment. And being committed takes practice. When I have clients, so I tell them to do the same thing over and over and over again, and they don't do it. Something as simple as weigh in the morning and provide your food diary at night. They have a hard time. They're submitting their food diary at 12:05 a.m., 11:57 p.m., 12. Listen, submit your food diary at night. That means before 12 a.m. Weigh in the morning. When you get up, that means get up and get on the scale and weigh in. Why am I doing that? I'm not doing that for me. I'm doing that for them, because when they have to get on that scale and submit that food diary, they need to understand that they're practicing commitment. They're practicing their commitment to the directives in place and their personal commitment to the process. And then when they don't do it, they lack integrity. Like I told one client, I said, you lack integrity. She thought I was calling her a liar. I wasn't calling her a liar. What I mean is you lack integrity because you're part of the process, and the process lacks integrity if it's missing this particular piece. Just like a chain lacks integrity if a link is broken or twisted, it lacks integrity. Today, as you go through your day and this week, as a matter of fact, this particular month, keep the processes of your life committed to being a person of integrity. Keep the integrity in your life at a high level. Honor the commitments that you make, the ones that you made to yourself and your family. And make sure you stop by Amazon.com and get the book Coffee with Rhadi today. Because just as I'm committed to you, I need you to make a small commitment to me. There's plenty of videos available on YouTube. There's plenty of available if you search the web, if you get on Google or Yahoo. And I have plenty of advice out there that you can follow that can help you live a more committed and fulfilled life. I also need you as a listener to see back into me a little bit to keep me encouraged to keep doing what I'm doing. Take care. This is Dr. Ferguson, and have a super fantastic day.